Just another morning here in the Freedom's grounds. I'm just getting up. It's what, 6:15, 6:20 in the morning. And well, if you're gonna be independent and free and you want to do your own thing, well, with that comes responsibility, friends. So I gotta take care of the animals. I got dogs, I got cats, I got sheep, I got chickens. Coming down here to let the sheep out. Well, to let we put the sheep in here because if we were to let them go out here free, they just eat and eat and eat and eat and eat until there's nothing left. And so you have to kind of let them go for a couple hours and then put them in an area where, well, they just chill, so they're not constantly eating. But watch out, pup dog. I forgot my cutter. I gotta go back and cut that. Down here in the chicken coop. Looks like they need some fresh water. So I'll provide that for sure. This area right here always gets caught with spider webs at night. So before I come into the chicken coop, I have to do this. I probably look like a crazy man in the morning when I'm doing this, trying to find out if there's spider webs here before I enter. Anybody else ever do that? Before you just walk into spider webs, you actually feel your way around first. Maybe that's just my thing, I don't know. Either way. Alright, so we're in the chicken coop. This is my chicken coop that I built. And, well, we got a lot of egg laying going on out here. They've already started hatching naturally. We don't even use an incubator. Hens just get in here and do their thing. Let's see if we can get one. Nope. And it looks like, huh, that's interesting. I've never seen that before. There were 2 eggs in there yesterday. One of them is smashed and it looks like, ew. Looks like I got some cleaning up to do in there. Looks like an egg's been smashed and there's a dead, like a half-dead egg baby in there. Well, that's the first time that's happened, so we'll have to assess the situation and clean it up. I got some garden work I need to do. I got some harvesting. Looks like there's some good tomatoes. Got to get some more of this lettuce and broccoli out before it gets way too hot. It's already getting way too hot, but got to get some more. You know, the one key thing about gardening, I can tell you, is, hey, stop chasing those sheep. One thing I can tell you about gardening is, man, as soon as something's ready, you better go get it. Because I guarantee you, if you don't, there's a bunch of animals that will. Birds, squirrels, rabbits. Hey, would you stop messing with those sheep? So, yeah, if you don't get your fruits and vegetables, somebody will. So thanks for growing them. Hey. All right, so go into the garden here. Ruger, you know you're not allowed in here. Always no dogs in the garden. I want the dogs to understand that the garden's kind of a no dog area. And you know, once the dogs get used to that, and especially blue heelers, they love pleasing their owners. So once they understand that you don't want them in the garden, they don't really come in the garden. So I smell poop and it's on the bottom of my shoe. But hey, it ain't no worry. That's the worst thing that happens all day. I'll be just fine. So we got the garden going on here. Y'all seen many updates. A little bit of harvesting goes a long ways. I got some good yellow pear tomatoes, garlic, onions, kale, broccoli, just a little bit of everything on a... What's going on, guys? I'm up in my computer room now. It's my little man shack. Need to do some adjusting on my walls and stuff, maybe put some more color and whatnot up there, more signs like this. But for right now, I got my Hunt County map up there and all my JP districts and county commissioner districts. That way I know who's, you know, making all these laws, rules, and regulations, and keeping an eye on them. That's our duty. So I'm in the computer room now. I just did some harvesting in the garden. Gotten so much accomplished, and there's people still sleeping. That's just how my mind works. I try to stay awake at night as long as I can. I hold my eyes open. I hold them open until I can't hold them open no more, and then I go to sleep. But as soon as I get the first crack in my eye, I'm up and at it again. I can't sleep. Life is too precious. Life is too short to sleep and just let time go by. It just doesn't, it's just not my cup of tea. Sleep. I'll sleep when I die. So I'm gonna hit the social media, do some work here. Got some emails and stuff I need to send out, press release I need to send out, and maybe communicate, network with some like minds. We have many people thinking about coming out here to the Texas Freedom Grounds area and starting their own life, moving out here, so that's kind of exciting. Andre and his family are coming back down here today to move some more stuff into their new house, which is just 2 streets down from me, and so that's kind of exciting. I'm really stoked about this Texas Freedom Grounds movement. When we first started coming up with this idea, like, you know, to move people out here, I didn't really understand how powerful the idea was. You know, the idea isn't about this area really, or me, or anybody in this group that's already here. It's about the idea behind it, and that's what people we don't want you to miss, the idea. This isn't a commune. We're not all out here on the same property. When I woke up and did my garden this morning, I was the only person in my garden doing it. There's not people sleeping on my property or living with me or anything like that. We're all living independent, individually, and trying to expand our freedom in our lifetime. Don't wait for it, guys. There's one opportunity. Don't waste it. Apply yourself daily, okay? Network with people and expand the idea of freedom however you may choose, and whatever that is. I do appreciate little Chitlin just waking up. I guess he slept on the couch last night. Sometimes they like to do that. Well, today, or right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through this box right here. It's got all kinds of seeds in there for the garden. You might be thinking, what the hell's he doing looking at seeds in June in Texas? Well, the fall garden's going to be here soon, and we got to start planning for things like that. Right now, you can still plant a bunch of things like squash, like zucchini, pumpkins, melons, watermelon, honeydew melon, all those things that you can plant in the garden right now. So, and I don't know if you knew that or not. A lot of people tell you, oh, it's way past time to garden. Well, you know what? That's a lie. Okay, gardening is year-round. You can find a way to do it. Now, the thing I've learned about like squash and pumpkins and melons and zucchinis, stuff like that, there's these bugs that will come early in the spring. They're called squash bindvores, and they land on your plants. They get there from butterflies. Butterflies will come, and it's a certain type of butterfly too. It's not all butterflies. It's a certain type of butterfly. He's brown colored, and he'll come fly on your plant, and he'll lay eggs on your leaves, and those eggs will they'll hatch, and then they'll go down into the thickness of your stem, right where it comes out of the ground, and they'll bury themselves into the root and start eating it all the way through your plant, all the way to the end. And the crazy thing about it is your plant is like psyched out mentally. It doesn't really understand that it's dying inside, so it keeps growing. However, it also keeps dying. So it's a very interesting process. It really affects the plants, the production in your fruit, and ultimately your plant ends up not producing anything and dying. So my whole thing is, after I've learned all this, is now I want to prevent that from happening. So what I'm going to do is plant those things now, because it's past springtime. It's no longer time for these butterflies to come lay their eggs. So that means we're in the clear to plant things. Alright, so I've been working in the garden a little bit. Here's the front of my house. We got a couple things popping up here. I try not to do too much in the front, because obviously I don't got a gate. A little bit harder to control the random neighborhood animals and all that stuff coming in here. But you can see I got some honeydew melon, got some watermelon, some squashes down there. I'm gonna try to do an aloe vera garden right in here. Got some brazos, raspberry, blackberries growing here. And I love citronellas. And then one apple tree down here at the end. We got an apple tree growing. Got a call, or I guess a message on the Texas Freedom Grounds. We have a couple who's been following our action for the past couple months, and they're very interested in what we're doing out here, and so they sent me a personal message and told me to give them a phone call, and so we could talk and discuss what we're doing out here. So that's what I'm about to get ready. What's going on? So I was just on the phone with a gentleman who is interested in moving out here to the Texas Freedom Grounds area. So that was pretty cool. We had about a good 30-minute conversation, and I'm pretty inspired. I think family's pretty excited, and they're going to come visit us July 2nd when we have our Texas Freedom Grounds July 4th weekend party. It's going to be fun, so hey, check that out. We made a Facebook event for that, so if you're interested in seeing what we're about and what we're doing out here, check out the Texas Freedom Grounds group page, and check out our event on July 2nd. It's going to be pretty fun. But anyways, I also got off the phone with a reporter from the Arlington Voice, and she was asking me questions about the situation that happened in Arlington where somebody was robbed, and the people that robbed had toy guns. And so Arlington police are thinking about putting restrictions on toy guns. Yeah, you heard that. They're thinking about putting restrictions on toy guns. Like, they say that they don't know the difference between a real gun and a fake gun, or what people think or feel. She went through all these questions about how people think and how people feel, and how something's different from another, or if it looks like a fake gun or a real gun. And I said, hey, stop. I said, time out. I said, it doesn't matter if the gun is real or fake. If somebody wants to carry a real gun, they should be allowed to carry a real gun. If somebody wants to carry a fake gun, they should be allowed to carry a fake gun. As long as they're not hurting me or somebody else or stealing their property, what does it matter what the hell they're carrying it? Because it doesn't, okay? If the person that was doing the crime, if they didn't have a fake gun to do the crime with, they would have found something else to do it with. So after you ban these fake guns, what are you going to do next? You're just going to ban the next thing that the criminal uses to do their crime with. It just doesn't make sense to me. Hey, here's a thought. Maybe the person that got robbed should have educated themselves on how to protect themselves. Maybe that would have helped. Because if you look at this, if you put your feelings aside and you look at the stats and the facts, they'll show you the way. And the way is where you have more regulations on things that allow, give citizens, people the right to protect themselves. Where you have more regulations, you have more crimes, because criminals know that people that follow laws, that even if they're unjust or not, are easy to be victimized. Okay? Where there are places that have less laws, less regulations and rules on ways to protect yourself, there's less crime. And the reason is because criminals know, hey, if I go and attack him, he's going to probably get me back because he has equal force or greater than I. And that criminals' mindsets, they're cowards. They want the easy attack, okay? So don't tell me banning toy guns or putting restriction on them is going to help a situation out like that. It's just absolutely ludicrous. Get over it. All right, I'm gonna walk down to Andre's house. I'm out here in the... Oh, okay. Well, I see Andre walking. I see Andre walking down there towards me. So I'm gonna go down here and see what he's talking about, what he's doing. He's getting situated into the neighborhood, and we're welcoming him in here, helping him move in, do some things. So pretty hot day, so here in Texas. Hey, look at this. Check this out. This is what good neighbors do. What do you got there?
Got some tomatoes, zucchini squash, butternut squash, and some cucumbers on the bottom.
Hey, look at that.
It's the freedom grounds. It's lunchtime.
That's what we do.
Time for lunch.
Perfect time. I was going down there to see what he was doing, and believe it or not, we didn't act this out. that was kind of interesting. He's just walking down the street with fruits and vegetables, and I just noticed what else. This rifle here, CNN would call it an assault rifle.
Yeah,
scares children and soccer moms, but out here in the Freedom Grounds, we welcome that. So,
all right.
But yeah, I guess I was going down there to see what he was up to, and he was coming down to see me. So, hey, we're gonna go check out some lunch and enjoy our time.
Yeah. Been working on all day.
Had a quick snack. Those tomatoes were good and juicy.
Ended up at a really
Looks like Ryan.
freaked out road.
Here I am.
Hey, everybody, here he is.
Is this on live?
No, we're not live.
Are you gonna put it on YouTube?
Yeah, this is gonna be part of my daily vlog.
Oh.
You all right?
Yeah. Hey, look who showed up.
Got my message. I contacted you about mulch. Said Texted him?
Yeah. So I was waiting.
The greenhouse is not
I know. I need some too.
Mulch?
Yeah. Oh Jesus. How much you pay for that?
What?
The stick.
I got it for free.
Oh yeah.
I think my mom got it for me for Christmas like 2 years ago, and I just found it like the other day. And so I was like, you know what? This come in handy.
That's G.
I'm waiting on some stuff from Amazon today.
Yeah. What'd you get?
I got this tripod looking thing. Like this stick right here is kind of goofy because still doesn't tighten all the way, and I gotta adjust. It's cheap, you know. It's a cheap,
Yeah.
you know, it's stealthy or whatever. But I thank my mom for it. I love you, Mom. Hey, but you know, I got a tripod coming, another selfie stick, which is nicer, and then I got this thing that will like wrap and grip around things, like hang from trees, and it'll pretty much put you anywhere you want it. You know what I'm saying? And like hang things. So.
Very cool.
What are you up to?
Speaking of Amazon, dude, I bought some flea shit and it broke that day. Remember that flea trap? Did I show you that flea trap, the little white one? Plugged it into another outlet and came back into the room and it was just dead. And I was like, dude, I've had this for 4 hours.
It looks kind of cheap on the cheap
Yeah.
side,
But I
know
mean, it's just
sometimes
a
that stuff
standard
works.
thing that they sell at Home Depot and all that shit. But I was printing some T-shirts, man. So I
Well,
hit print and
we
walked
got
away.
the T-shirt guy here. You know, we got Andre here. He was bringing fruits and vegetables, so just mingling in the mix.
Do you eat
and,
McDonald's?
Why not?
This GMO vomit is the biggest food on earth. You can get it.
Just coming back from Andre's house down the street from me. We're helping him and his family get situated in. We were Ryan from down the street drove by. He saw us outside, so he stopped by to say hello and hang out with us for a minute. Andre's showing him the new house they just bought, and I started thinking, man, this area, you know, this idea, this Texas Freedom Grounds is pretty amazing, you know. And I was on the phone with somebody the other night, some young lady who lives in College Station, and she wanted to talk to me about Texas Freedom Grounds and see what we were about. And because she wanted to know more, she wanted to know if this was a place that she could move and potentially give up her business. And I just thought, man, that it's so inspirational. It's amazing to hear these people who want to move for this simple fact of the idea of that there's more freedom in this place, and that you can surround yourself with more like-minded, like-minded people than you've ever could have imagined. And people would give up their job, give up their current living situation, just based on the one idea that there's more freedom out here, and that you can surround yourself with like-minded people. And I thought that was an interesting thought. And then I got to thinking even more how interesting this thought is. I mean, imagine back in the 1700s when people were fleeing the oppressive government from the British, and people would get on boats. They would get on boats, not knowing if they would ever come back, for the idea that there's freedom over there at this place where I'm going. There's more of it. And that I can surround myself with the same people who have the mindset of me if I make it over there. If they're risking their life, everything, on the idea that there's more freedom somewhere, and there's other people out there that have that same idea. People were selling the sea for that. So I was out here talking with Joey in the garden, just drinking a beer, and then all of a sudden this guy shows up out of nowhere. It's Kenny Lovett, and he's just talking, you know, towers to us. He's EastTexasTowers.com.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, check him out if you need a tower redone or anything. But yeah, we're out here, you know, checking everything out. And what's up with you, man? Tell me something. What do you got going on?
No, nothing. Just enjoying being for myself, you know, being for the people.
Are you on some terrorist watch list?
Yes.
most likely.
Yeah, they're sure here. Don'tComply.com. Want any cool shirts? Go to them.
Check out don'tcomply.com.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I thought I'd bring Kenny on. He stopped by, and you know, I was over here at Joey's house, and Joey's working that garden. Look at that.
Hey,
Work. Rename this place. Just put it on the map. What's going on down here? Alright guys, I'm headed back to my house. I am gonna go get my wife, and we're gonna go hang out with Andre and his family for the rest of the evening and just kind of relax, chit chat about freedom and things to come. So
What is this?
But it's old school.
Is this in our house? Is this in our house?
So, is it to me or? Yes. Okay.
You can just
Check.